Today, Saturday, the 3rd of May 2025, we have some hand-picked match prediction to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to all our hand-pick events, which we share to members only, especially games for corner kicks, goals, probability, and straight wins with huge odds to take your winning to the next height, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 master plan to have access to all our handpicked events and top-notch tutorial classes to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video. You want to make sure to access the link below to see how you can become a member to have access to all of these features. So without wasting time, let's look at the games we have to share with you. But before we want to share this event, we want to say congratulations based on yesterday's event for we registered huge win rate. And of course, I will not want to waste time to go to share all the results. You can check that in the video we published yesterday. So without wasting time, I want to begin with the first game. But before we proceed, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here at this section titled as a home tab, you're going to see this area says members only video. These are match prediction we provide to members only based on our top 9, top 10, top 5, top 10, top 10, which we share to members only. And you can see 20 hours ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, we always share event based on our top list. So for you to have access to members only match prediction picks, to take your winning to the next height, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 master plan. Of course, if you are a member of the Level 2 Pro, you are going to have access also to Level 2 Pro classes. For example, if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you also have access to the Level 2 Pro classes, which have top-notch tutorial classes you can access. For example, the live match corner kick strategy for members only, a simple trick to make consistent winning, match prediction strategy you have never seen before, the comeback strategy that will amaze you, tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for members only, and 99% win rate strategy. You can take advantage of it to see how you can take your win to the next height. Once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you also have access to all Level 2 Pro classes in one place. The link is below this video. But if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you're going to have access to Level 3 Master classes as well, which will give you access to top-notch tutorial classes like the excellent corner kick strategy revealed to members of Level 3 Master only, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight wins, the game changer corner kick strategy that revealed the top secret site we use to find corner kick events to include in our sleep, the top AI tool we use, the home and away win match prediction strategy explained step by step, and 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. So if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to all our masterclass tutorials in one place. The link is below this video. Also, if you come here to the front page of our channel and locate this area here titled as the video tab, you want to make sure to click on it. You're also going to see other top-notch bet tutorial classes which are free. And if you access or come across this particular area on the video tab, you're going to see a lot of tutorials we have released, which you can take advantage of it and start implementing the strategies we have explained to see how you can benefit from it. For example, we have this one here titled as the expert tip for picking winning soccer match, which we have explained some of the tips and strategy you can take and implement and start to see how you can put it to use to make advantage of it. We have another one, of course, which we have titled it, as you can see here, we have titled it as the 5 hidden Sofascore features to make more win bet. Of course, here we have explained some of the features of Sofascore you never knew existed before, and we have shared 5 hidden tips which you can learn and start to implement the strategy to take your winning to the next level. Of course, there are many more. Once you scroll across this page, you are going to discover a lot of tutorials for free which you can take advantage of it. So without wasting time, let's look at the first game we have to share with you. So looking at the first event, we are looking at Portugal in the Premier League or Liga de Portugal. We are looking at Estoril against Benfica. The recent event of Benfica have proved very offensive, scoring 3 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals in the recent event they have had. They are very offensive. But if we look at that of Estoril on the home, that is the home team, they have proved to concede very much with a weak defensive line. One of the game played by the home team, Estoril, they had a game against Porto. A loss was recorded 2-1. This same Porto also had a game with Benfica, and Benfica beats Porto, as you can see, 4 goals against 1, to tell us that Benfica have an upper strength more as compared to Estoril. And now, looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had, they've given us the idea since that Benfica was able to beat Porto, for which Estoril was not able to beat Benfica, that is Porto. Estoril was not able to beat Porto, but Benfica was able to beat Porto. Then there is still a possible chance of Benfica to lead against Estoril as well as goal probability. Now, looking at the form comparison in terms of the recent event they've had by the form of the home and the away, Benfica have proved that they are the one leading the away table. They sit on the first place, 5-game play recently with all the 5 leads, scoring 14, conceding 3. The offense is very strong. The defense is also very strong. But if we look at that of the home in terms of the recent event they've had, the proof that the offensive line is not as tough as that of the away, and the defense is also not very tight. Because the defense is not very tight, Benfica with a higher offense will take advantage of this slack or weak defense of Estoril to see how they can lead as well as the possibility of goal. So we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we'll look at Benfica, the away team, to have a straight lead in this event in full time as one of the major picks. We also want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next, we looked at Bolivia in the professional division, that is professional league. We are looking at the strongest against Guabira in this event. The strongest, the home team, have proved to be very offensive. In the recent event they scored 5-3-2, as you can see, to prove that they are very good. That of Guabira, on the other hand, defensive line is not good. They had a lot of conceded goals, conceding 3, 4, and 5. They are not very good. They recently had a game, as you can see, with Nacional de Potosi, where they had 3-0 loss. This same Nacional de Potosi also had a game with the strongest, but the strongest beat Nacional Potosi 2-0. If the strongest is able to beat Nacional Potosi, for which Nacional Potosi is able to beat the away team Guabira, then there's still a possible chance of the strongest to have a lead against Guabira. Looking also at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they've had, comparing their form strength, of course, the performance of the home in terms of the recent event they've had have proved here that they are very good. They just recently had 2 games recently, all the 2 leads at home, scoring 5 and conceding 2. Offense is good, defense is also good. But if we look at that of Guabira, the away team, the proof that in the offensive line, they have not had any lead. They've had 2 gameplay at the away, no lead, conceding up to 7. Give the fact that the defense is weak, the home, the strongest, will want to take advantage of that weak defense. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we are looking at the home to lead as one of the major picks, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 going full time for this particular event. Looking at the next pick, we look at Netherlands in the Eredivisie. We are looking at PSV Eindhoven against Sittard. Based on all our check-ins, we have seen that PSV have proved to have a very high occurrence in corner kick. They score high amount of corner kicks and the away team concede much. So I want to look at PSV Eindhoven to have between 2 to 4 corners or 2 to 5 corner kick in full time. So you can look at 2.5 corner kicks for PSV Eindhoven in full time or 3.5 corner kick for PSV Eindhoven in full time. We have some stats to support this fact. And of course, looking at the first stat we want to share with you is the fact that the home team, PSV Eindhoven, recently had the game with Ahmed City. The rest of the number of corner kicks they had here, they scored 11 corner kicks in full time. The next event was the fact that PSV had a game with this opponent, which you can see here. Of course, you can see they had a game with Ajax. As you can see, the number of corner kicks, the score at this level was 5. And the next was the match they had against another opponent where the number of corner kicks which they had was still good number of corners. You can see against Heerenveen, they had the number of corner kicks here was 8. If we look 8 plus 5 plus 11 and divide by the average of it, we are going to have good amount of corner kick for PSV Eindhoven. Also, if we look at that of Sittard, its opponent, you are going to realize that based on the recent event they have had, the first game here, which Sittard had when they were at the way, they had against 20. You can see the number of corner kick they considered 7 corners, but they scored only 3 to prove that Sittard can concede much number of corner kicks. In the next, they had against Groningen. Here, they still proved that they concede too much number of corners, up to 9, to prove that the conceding power of Sittard for corners is good. And followed by the next, where they had against Wild Kick, where here, they still proved to concede high number of corners, 8 corners, but they scored only 1. They are not good at scoring in corners, but they concede much. And since the home team, Eindhoven, have proved to score high amount of corner kicks, we want to look therefore at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, since the home is good at scoring in terms of corners and its opponent is good at conceding corner, we are looking at 1, the home team to have over 2.5 corner kick in full time. 2, the home to have over 3.5 corner kick in full time. This is what we want to look at. That is between 2 to 4 corner kicks for the home team in full time or 2 to 5 corners for the home team in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the under-19 league, that is U19 or Youth League. We're looking at Jena U19 against Schweinfurt U19. In this event, the performance of Schweinfurt have proved to concede very much. They are weak in the defensive line, conceding high amount of goals. The opponent also, on the other hand, proved that they are good at scoring 2, 3, 4, and 3, as you can see in the recent event they've had, to prove that the goal scoring capability of the home is really good, but the conceding power capability of the away is high. Comparing their strength performance in terms of the performance of the home and away, you're going to see that home Jena here sit on the 3rd place. They are good. 4 matches played with 3 leads, scoring 12, conceding 6. Offense is good. Defense not very tight. That of its opponent, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event, have proved that the defensive line is very weak. They have conceded up to 15 goals in just 5 game play. As a result, the home want to take advantage of the weak defense of the away, so we're expecting 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead as one of the major picks. We also want to look at least 1.5 goal, 2 goals over in this event. Looking at the next pick here, we are looking at Germany in the Oberliga Baden-Württemberg. We are looking at Pforzheim against Zuzenhausen. In this event, the performance of the home have proved very good, scoring 2, 3, 2 in events they have recently had. If we look at that of its opponent, on the other hand, they concede very much with a very weak defensive line, conceding at least between 4 to 5 goals in each event, giving the advantage for the home to score more goals. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had, the performance of the home in terms of the home event have proved that they are good. They've recently had 5 games at home with 3 lead. They have scored 11, conceding 7. Offense is good, defense is not very tight. But if we look at that of the opponent in terms of the recent event they've had, you're going to see that the defensive line is very weak. They have conceded 20 goals in just 5 games played, no lead, to prove that the defensive line is not good. And the home would therefore want to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we'll look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we are looking at the home team to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. 1 major pick is the home to lead. We will also want to look at goal probability, 1.5 goal or 2 goals over. And we have a total of 15 plus events to share, but as you always know, we share our top 5 with you, and the top remaining part of it is shared to members only. So out of the 15 games we had to share with you, we have already shared the first 5 top events. It's remaining top 10 to make it the complete set of top 15 events, comprising of goal probability events, straight wins, corner kick games, with huge odds to take your winning to the next height. So for you to access all of these top 15 games, then you want to make sure that you take the Level 2 Pro membership package plan. With this membership package plan, you're going to have access to all our handpicked events which we share to members only, with huge odds and much games to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who want to join to access all our handpicked events daily, as we always share to members only, comprising of all of these features, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video. You want to make sure to navigate that link, see how you can join to become a member and start to have access to all our handpicked events without any limitation to take your winning to the next height. You are also going to have access to top-notch tutorial classes, just as we have shared in the Level 2 Pro classes as Level 3 or Level 3 Master. Of course, to those of you who want to join, we have that. The link is below this video. So see you again from the next upload. Good luck and bye-bye for now.